What's going on, YouTube? I'm back at it again with another Heir of Light. Not Hair of Light. Not A-I-R of Light. Heir of Light. Back again with another Heir of Light video. As you can see, I have been playing. Last video where I introduced the game to the channel, I was level 3. Now I'm about to be level 17. So I have been putting in some game time. Level 15, and along the way, the other lower levels unlocked a lot of new things, but those will be discussed later on. Today's video is going to be how to use the runes, what are they, what types of runes are there, and how to optimize them. So let's go check out the runes real quick. So we go to our characters, and right off the back, you can see that there's, so far, correct me if I'm wrong, 10 runes. 10 different types of runes. So, what are runes? In this game, runes are pretty much your equipment for battle. And they each have their own slot. Each of the monster units have their own slots for a specific rune piece. As you can see, circle, triangle, square, another square, pentagon, and hexagon. So I believe that's a rhombus. This one right here, rhombus. Anyways, and the other two, I haven't played long enough to find out for sure, but I will. I'm pretty sure I will in the next few levels. Each of the monsters have 2 awakenings. You can awaken them twice, and I believe each time you awaken them, you will unlock the next rune slot. That is my best guess, best opinionative guess. So it kind of makes sense, right? Awaken twice, the last one you have, boom, total 8 slots. But right now, I just now got to the material, the area to grind for the materials for awakening. So that'll be another video. But right now, we have, each of the monsters have 6 slots when you start the game. So what can you do, right? When you first start the game, the first set of runes you encounter are the life runes. Life runes, these right here. Where it says life 2 set, and then it says HP plus 15, basically all it is if you have a set of 2, you activate that bonus of 15%. So just, you have 2, and as long as they're in the corresponding areas, the circle and the triangle, a set there will give you plus 15. Or if you have the triangle and the square, a set there will give you 15% HP. So pretty easy. If you have all 8 slots unlocked, you will have a grand total of 60% HP from those sets of runes. So you have your 6 spots there. So right now you're limited until you awaken the rune spots later. You're limited to 45% HP. Here, so let's go off to the next rune that you run into the game, which is the Beast 4 set. 4 set, obviously, it's activated when you have 4 corresponding sets of runes. So here you see the circle, triangle, square, and the rhombus. So I hope it's a rhombus. So once activated, once they're all connected, the 4 corresponding runes, there is a attack boost of 35%. This is 35% of your base attack. That's achieved again with the 4 set of the Beast runes. All right. So the next set of runes is the Blade 2 set. Again, it's a 2 set. All you need is 2, and that bonus will give you a 12% critical rate increase, meaning you'll have a 12% higher chance of getting a critical hit on one of your skills. That again, it's 2 set. If you want to max out all 8 spots, once you get it, you'll have 48. So Alright, this skill rune right here. This is a 2-set. They're rare. I got this from buying it in the shop. That's another discussion for later. I haven't encountered these in the main scenario yet, the main story yet. But the 2-set, basically, once you have at least two, your effect accuracy, the effects and some of your skills, like slow your enemy down or break their armor defense, armor break, 20% increase. You'll have a higher likelihood of breaking that unit's defense with this rune set. So pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. But if you have a unit that has lots of debuffs and all that stuff, it'd probably be wise to, most likely would be wise to have at least one set on this to get that extra 20% boost. Alright, this one this one is pretty, it's pretty self-explanatory considering what's called vampires. Like, what are you doing? Alright, it's the leech rate. Basically, once you have your 4-set, this is also another 4-set. Get 4 of these runes, corresponding rune sets, pieces, and you will be draining 35% of the life, 35% of the damage you deal on a monster. Not 35% of their max HP or anything. That'd be overkill. Excuse me. It'd be 35% of the damage you deal. So if you have a hard hitting monster and you want him to stay alive, the best bet for you would be a set of the vampire 4-set, and I would add once you have at least, if you have 6, you'll have 6. Have the leech and that the blade set, so you have a higher chance of getting a critical hit, which means more damage, which means more life. So that's the vampire rune set. This one is the iron set. 2-set. The ability activates at 2 sets, and it's 15% defense. Okay, so if you have a tanky unit, want him to stay alive to do his effects and just draw the hits, it'd be wise to use a couple of these sets plus some of the life sets, the life runes that give you higher HP, which would be again this one, the life set. So, alright, the next one is Eruption. So here I was thinking, like, what is it like just crazy explosive damage? Or at first that was my first thought, but it was actually speed. A 4-set of these runes will give your base speed a 25% boost. So you have 100 speed, you now have 125. So as your base speed is higher, the higher the percentage. So this obviously goes on a monster that you want to be very speedy, get ahead of your opponent's units and all that. So very interesting set there. And then there's Havoc. Havoc, I was thinking maybe that's the crazy explosive damage, do more stuff. It is. It is the. It's a 4-set, crit damage 40%. You have a set of this on a monster that does crazy explosive damage. You'll do 40% more damage when it crits. So if there's any monsters that have like a passive or an ability that increases their own crit rate, a set of this will be will be awesome on one of those units that hit hard, boost your crit rate up, so you can take advantage of that 40% crit damage. Alright, so next one is Resistance. So it is a 2-set, which will grant a 20% effect resistance. The previous rune over here, the skill, that one gave you 20% effect accuracy, a higher chance to land the effects. The resistance is used for to counter that, not exactly counter because not 100%, but to help mitigate that, with a 20% effect resist. It's a 2-set, so if you have an important unit that you need it to be doing its moves, staying alive, drawing attention, you don't want it to get defense broken or slowed down. Having resist on that unit will be very, very, very good for your in-game progression, keeping on those battles and all that stuff. So, all right. So, next one is Petrified, which was different, a lot different than I expected, but in a sense, from previous games I've played, it is pretty much the same thing. It's a 4-set. I don't have any of these. It's rare. It's way later on in the game to get these. You have a 25% chance to petrify the unit. My assumption is, basically, you petrify them. You stun them for a turn. They can't move for a turn. If it's more than one turn, this is a broken set of runes. It's not fair, but my assumption, my good assumption is that it's one turn. You can stop them from doing something, giving you the advantage to move again, and who knows, maybe petrify them again. So it's a 4-set of runes that have a 25% chance of petrifying the unit. So those are the current runes. There's 10 sets. If you have any of these rune sets and complete rune sets, take advantage of the 6 open slots you have until you have 8, which I hope you get from your awakenings. You unlock them. I will find that out eventually, hopefully soon, and I will have a more in-depth video as far as current units and how to which runes best apply to them. Also, let me touch back onto how to put the runes on there. So here I have a rune on here already. Okay, if you want to remove it, it's going to cost you some gold, the in-game currency gold. The higher the rune grade, the more it costs. From what I'm noticing is that there's a grade 1 star to grade 6. I'm thinking if it's a little less, a little more, I'm not sure yet. But because what I've done is I've looked in the shop and I've seen, and it's selling runes that are 3, and those got recently unlocked because I played a little more of the story. Before, the shop was only selling 1, so I'm assuming it's up to 6. It might be even higher, but point is, the higher their grade, the higher their this one is a cold beast rune, which means it has an effect on it, so it costs more to remove them. If there is no rune on there, you simply just you would click it, like, okay, here you go. There's no rune in the circle slot. Equip. There, instantly. And the next one you move down to is the triangle rune, so on and so forth. All these runes have a chance of being a higher grade and having multiple effects on them. The effects that you get on there are random. You're gonna pretty much be grinding for them in game. Where you can find specific rune sets, rune pieces, and everything, you go to the world map and you click on a stage. That cult estate 4-1, it yields the circle rune slot. So if you want to try to keep on getting a better one, you keep on doing that stage. Every now and then you'll probably get a 2 with it might be green, which would be better. So that's how you keep on grinding for those better runes. I haven't unlocked all the areas to grind for those fancy runes at the end there, but I will, because I'm going to keep on playing this game. I love the game already. It's awesome. And I know there might be a little more things unlocked in there than you have or less. There's some other people that are ahead of me. But as I learn, I will be making videos on each of the topics and everything in game. Let me double check one more time on the runes themselves. I think, why did I go back to the world map? Characters. That's pretty much it. You know, higher grade runes, there's 10 sets. Each of them have their own unique abilities and effects. But yes, I hope this video helped out a little bit. Some questions on runes, how to optimize them, how the system worked. I hope my guess as far as the last two spots are unlocked is actually true with the awakenings. I hope so. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. I'm going to continue playing the game and be making more videos on the different topics and areas in the game. So if you definitely like the Heir of Light game, like and subscribe to this channel, and hope to see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.